Hello, my name is Michelle. I am an avid gardener here in New York City, in Queens, and this is Zone 7B, I think. I'm heading out to get some stuff done in the garden. I've got a lot to do, but here I am close to the chickens. I came to pick up some chicken eggs, and then I'm going to go and dump some food scraps into the compost bin. I'm going to try to make that a habit going forward so that this is what I think it is. Well, I don't know. Let me see. Sorry. Sorry, did I just give you a cleavage shot? Okay, so I've just been realizing that we have a mole. I think it's a mole. I'm probably mixing it up, but one of them is an insectivore and the other is an herbivore. And I found a hole, a tunnel under the chicken coop, and I poked it and I flooded it, and then I actually was watering plants further in the backyard, and I chased it apparently out of the bushes, and it went running across the deck and then ran back because I think it realized that I flooded its home. And later on it came back and it made a new hole, same spot. And now I'm at the back of the chicken coop where the egg box is, and I'm seeing what looks like, well, it's kind of closed, but what was probably another exit. Oh my God. Well, either way, I'm not worried about my chickens because they don't bother chickens. But this is the hole. So it's mostly closed, but that's the hole, and then there's like something was poked in there, or maybe it just collapsed. Yeah, definitely was a hole. This side is, and it's soft under here. Soft here in this area. The chickens kick up from inside. They kick up a lot of dirt, so there's a pile of dirt and wood chips over here. I'm gonna go back to the other side and see what happened, because I ended up putting why every time I come here you're always in here? Girl, I hope you're not broody, because we're not having that. There's no rooster here, so you're not hatching any eggs, girl. None at all. So, what's your name? Vanilla? Yes, Vanilla, my lavender Easter egger, I think. Or olive. Yeah, she's an Easter egger. Or so they said. Who knows? But she's lavender, so maybe she's not. Who knows? It doesn't matter. She lays, I don't even know what color eggs my newest birds lay. She's one of the newest. But it's got to be brown or green or blue. Well, I don't know. I think the new ones are laying green eggs. Anyway, this is what I've got right now, plus whatever might be under her. And something is moving around down here, and I don't know if it's the chickens I'm hearing. It is not comfortable feeling knowing that there's some kind of rodent or whatever. I see another. Everywhere I look, I'm seeing holes. I see another possible hole underneath the wood. I'll show you in a second. Now I'm thinking, oh gosh, I'm gonna figure out what it is, if it's a mole or a vole. But I swear that I am now a victim of jinxing or coinky-dink things or something, because every time, I kid you not, every time I notice something and then speak on how I don't notice that here in my backyard, I end up having the problem. What do you guys want? These are the twins. They're 2 Rhode Island Reds, and I guess they want to come out. No, you can't come out. No. Because I've got to go somewhere. Wait, oh my gosh. Go back in, girl. Go back in. Jesus. has butter, and the 2 Rhode Island Reds are cocoa and cinnamon. And bye. Jesus, that was eventful. And look at these eggs. They could have fallen. Ugh. Anyway, I love this little basket. It's so cute. But I think that's another hole under there. I don't know. Oh, jeez. But every time I think about what I don't have in my garden, whether it be after watching someone on YouTube or talking to someone in person, talking about that problem thing and mentioning that, you know, the problem that they have with it, I'm there saying, oh, I don't have that, I've never seen that, or I've never had this problem, and then lo and behold, I end up with the problem. And it's not that I never had it before or never noticed it. I've never had the problem before. So I know I didn't finish my thought before, but what I did with the hole yesterday, I think I did it. I put you know, those little perimeter lights shape. The light part is a ball, and I put it in the hole. So that's the post sticking out. There we go. Oh, well, they just dug around it. Look at that. They just dug around it and made the hole big. Oh, you can't stop these little critters. Anyway, when I saw it running here the other day, it ran after I was watering my plants in the back. It ran out and came over this direction from over there on the other side of this bush, and it ran back. I never saw the face. It didn't look, I don't remember seeing like a tail, or at least not any length of the tail. They want to come out so bad. Why do y'all want to come out so badly? Don't you have food? I'm sure you ate all the food. I'll give you food later when I come back, okay? But I knew then and there that it was definitely bigger than a mouse. Not as big as a rat. Dark brown, grayish in color, like a charcoal gray color. And it moved pretty quickly because I never saw the face, because when it ran away, of course I couldn't see the face. And when it came back, it came, because, you know, of course I moved to try to see where it was going, but then by the time I realized it was coming back, you know, I wasn't in the same position, so I couldn't see its face. Anyway, yeah, these chickens really want to get out. When I come back, girls, when I come back, I did say I wanted to put the scraps in the trash, in the compost bin. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay. All right. So the first example of this thing, this jinx and coinky-dink phenomenon that's been happening. I, years ago, you know, just always knew about tomato hornworms, but never had one. Never noticed one in my garden, never saw the frass or the poop or whatever you call hornworm poop. And I don't know, one day I'm watching a video. I think it was Jess from Missing Refuge Farm talking about finding them at night with the black light. I think that might have been what I was watching. And here I go saying out loud, I'm so glad I don't have that problem. Oh, I've never seen any hornworms in my garden. Girl, I kid you not, probably the next day or two, whatever. This is a long time ago, so I don't remember the details of how long. came out here, and this garden here, and there was this stuff is, I need to cover, oh, I meant to take the paper out so that I could put this down first, and then cover it back with this paper to minimize the scent, really. These carrots I picked at the community garden, and they just look horrible, but they were getting ready to go seed, and I don't want to save the seed, so I picked them all. I saved the tops. I'm gonna barter with my work colleague for her bunny poop, and I'll give her the greens for the bunny to eat, and I'll have some bunny poop for my garden. You see, this is what I do. This is how I do. I go on tangents, but I'll get back to the story. So I came out here, and I'm walking along the board, and it was in this area here. I'm walking, and there was a wooden board in the middle here, and I'm noticing this poop on the board, and the poop was like dark green, almost black looking, in clumps, like 4 balls or so connected, and it was a lot of it. So I said, oh my god, that's somebody's poop. Oh, I have more food scraps here. I'm gonna do that when I come back. This is like a maze every single time I have to pass here. But oh jeez, I'm gonna work on this. And then I'm looking, and I found the hornworm. I was like, oh my god, never had a hornworm, never found a hornworm, never saw the poop ever. But that was the day. And I was like, why in the world did I ever say, oh, I never have any hornworms in my garden? Because that was it. Now I have hornworms. But you know, honestly, that was the first and only time I've ever found hornworms, and I haven't seen any since. Okay, so now I'm looking at my starts. I put these seeds in the soil that I collected from my original seed starts that hadn't sprouted, or I already transplanted them out, and so the leftover soil, seed starting soil that was there, and so I put these sprouts these seeds in the soil inside on the heat mat, and they came up within 2 days in the dark. And then all I had over top of them were the seed packets, because I couldn't find the tape that I was using to write the names. So I put the seed packets on top of them so I could remember what's what, because there's a lot of squash, as you can see here. And they came up yesterday. The roselle already had time to get leggy in just one night. So I brought them out here yesterday afternoon. It was very overcast, because then they can just go from emergence straight to the sun. This way I don't have to harden them off. It's also overcast today, and now it's drizzling, so this is perfect. So if they were going to burn from doing this, they're not going to burn now, because they've had 2 days of overcast light, enough for them not to get leggy any further, because the calendula is a little leggy, some of them, and this roselle is leggy, but the squash is not. This squash was a little bit leggy, but it's recovering. It's not going to get any further, any more leggy. All right, so let me I did what I said I was going to do. Now I get to go pick up my daughter at the bus stop. I'm actually proud of myself for doing what I said I was going to do. Went off on a tangent a couple of times, but that's okay. So the other story, Jinx and Quinky Dink story, is this mole or vole. I like to watch Asia in Virginia. It's on 7B, Yellow Door Urban Homestead. And she always talks about this Move back, guy. Move back, king. Yellow, sorry. This mole or vole that tunnels under one of her beds. And she always talks about how she doesn't know which one it is. I think lately she's figured out which one it is. And I think I said to myself, wow, we're 7B also, and I don't think we have moles or voles here. Thank goodness we don't. Don't jump on me, you rude. Get off of me. I don't think we have any moles or voles here. Girl, was I ever wrong? We have a freaking, you know what it is? You take for granted that you live in the city, even though this is suburbia, really. You know, but Long Island is right next door, like literally right next door. So it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away for a mole or vole to come down here and mess up my garden. I'm going to figure out what kind it is, what it is. I think, I may have this backwards, but I think the mole, no, I think I was thinking I'd rather have a vole. Yeah, I think the vole is the one that's the insectivore, and the mole is the herbivore. I'll figure it out and correct myself on the screen if I need to. But I think I have not found any girdle trees, like any munched on trees. None of my plants are really dying. It's living under the chicken coop, like that seems to be where it's headed mostly. So I'm thinking that it's probably the insectivore type, whichever one is the insectivore, because there are a lot of grubs and worms under the chicken coop because they constantly poop there and they constantly spill their food, and so the bugs come behind to eat all of that and work on the poop and everything. At the same time, though, the soil is very, very hard, and it's kind of built a tough, like, shell, at least on the run section. So I don't know if the mole could get through that, but I guess underneath it, it's soft because I have cracked it and tried to, like, break it down many times, and it is soft underneath. So, in fact, just recently, before I noticed that hole there, the dog noticed it first. And the dog also noticed that it goes in that other corner where I was able to flush it out when I was watering the plants, because the day prior, or maybe the day earlier in the day, I think it was the day prior, the dog was in that spot, sniffing things out, going around in circles in that same area. So I'm going to check. Later on when I come back, I'm going to check. All right, that's it, because you can't see the rest of this place.